What's up, guys? What else did I do on it? Got put 2 new tires on it. Just did some maintenance on the TSX, which is my daily that Daisy's driving at the moment. Brought the Z in, not working on this today. Have a month or 2 months till April. So we have time to get this one done. Right now we are going to get started on the 4.6 swap, which is what you all have been waiting for and have been hyping it up and talking it up. The X5 4.6 BMW Alpina engine is going into our 540i and getting rid of that crappy old 4.4. We have a whole lot of work to do to that engine before we put it in, so I'm gonna not talk and get to work. First things first, I'm gonna push the car into the back corner and then start ripping the front end off, bring it up. Gotta remove the transmission and get this engine bay completely empty before we even start taking bolts off of this engine right here. I just wanna get this engine bay ready to receive a motor before we put that one in. But yeah, you guys saw in the last 2 videos that we have Suzuki Gixxers. I have a Gixxer 750, which is an 07, and this is Aaron's 06 Gixxer 1000. And it's a K6, it's a K7. Obviously, you can see these are the street bike that everybody gets, the squid bike. Well, obviously, we're going to be safe and we're both getting, well, he has his license already. I'm getting mine done by the end of next month. So we'll both be licensed, insured. Both bikes have titles. So yeah, we're not going to be the ghetto boys out here, but you know how it is. Just going to have a lot of fun with these this summer. A lot of modifications. Dude already has like the whole parts catalog for the 1000 ready. It's sitting in the corner right over there that we have to install. And then for the 750, I have a whole bunch of maintenance before it's ready, before it's fully road ready, because I do need to change my rear sprocket and chain before I take this thing anything higher than like 60 miles an hour. I think it's missing 2 or 3 teeth on the back, so don't want to be losing chains on the highway. So yeah, I'm definitely changing that before. And I also have a oil leak. As you can see, there's a big puddle here, which is coming from the water pump, which is super common on the K7s. So I'm going to change the water pump, and then it should change the seal that is leaking. But yeah, intro to the channel, the K7 and the K6. Shadow, I don't know what you're calling yours, but mine is Shadow from Sonic. I'd name it like Ruby or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Rose.
Rose or Ruby.
Rose.
Rose. Shadow and Rose. Got the Z, and like I said, hopping into the 540 today. Louis here, Aaron's here, I'm here. Let's get to work. Ow, 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 ow. I just stabbed my hand with the needle nose pliers. Ow. Day 2 of Beamer work, 540i work. Well, day 1 really, because yesterday was cleaning day. Got the shop all cleaned up. Got Josh with me today. Aaron's here. Louis in the car chilling. I'm also here as well, obviously. Working on the E39. We got the front end pulled off. Radiator, AC, power steering, cooler. All were disconnected. Headlights, wiring, and the intake. And that's all we have off pretty much so far. Got the front end bumper and crash bar off as well. I have this bucket here catching all of our fluids, which obviously we gotta clean up. Again, this was phase 1 of pulling the motor, getting the front end access, and then after this we're gonna go underneath, take off our full custom 3-inch exhaust system with the X-pipe that goes all the way to the back there. So we're gonna pull that off. That's also one piece. Put it off to the side, remove the drive shaft and transmission. Yeah, just basically the drive shaft and the cross member, transmission cross member bolts. And then motor mounts, and then basically this thing's ready to come out, because yeah, all the work is in the front. Not that bad. Then we're gonna jump into this motor, but end of the day today, not too bad. Got the front end off and ready to dive into the motor tomorrow or the next day, I don't know. Today's Tuesday out of the week, so we're doing pretty good. E39 swap. I'll try and keep you guys as updated as possible with this swap. But yeah, what we did was pull the front end off, and tomorrow or the next day we're gonna get this engine out. But what we need to do is get this upper pan off so that we can swap it onto this rear wheel drive to make it rear wheel drive, which is the issue right now. This is an all wheel drive upper pan, and that one is rear wheel drive. Because right now this is way too tall as a set, and we don't need front axles. So we're gonna swap that, and then that's the only thing we need from this motor, as well as one of the timing covers, because this one's cracked. But that's not a big deal. That's an easy swap. The valve covers. And then, yeah, we're gonna clean that motor up and get it ready to go in. So that's the move.
Walked up in here, all of us cold as shit, frowning, door slams. Now we're all of us emptying our pockets, stare at each other for a minute. No gloves 2 days in a row after we talked about bringing the gloves yesterday is crazy, Eric.
Gloves, no gloves. Why would we bring gloves to the shop?
Come on now. What kind of question?
Why would we do that?
Why is that even
Commencing day 3 of BMW activities. Oh my gosh, I sound terrible. I don't know if we're gonna pull the motor out today, but I'm gonna pull the exhaust off and disconnect the drive shaft, and then we'll see from there. Aaron doesn't want us to get anything done on this thing.
What?
But pull the motor completely out. That's my goal. If we could get that done today, then I don't have to come back tomorrow. And I don't want to have to come back tomorrow. So if we could get this thing hanging on that by the end of the night, that would be great. At some point, we're gonna have to take a break from BMW content and do some work on the bike. But I need to get my stator and rectifier and a few other things for the bike and the water pump before I dive into mine. But Aaron's, we have the whole exhaust, power commander, and headlight cluster to get his dash working and his speedometer working. So we have a bunch of stuff to work on his. So I don't know when in between this and that I'll get that done, but that also has to get done at some point. And yeah, Josh is here, Aaron's here, Louis is here, I'm here. We're gonna get to work on this car. Yeah, we're outside as usual. Gonna get to work on this, pulling the exhaust off. Yeah, like I said yesterday. These two, I can't. It's like babysitting 2 children.
No, fuck this guy.
Okay, we got the exhaust removed. This is our custom, what is it? Valvetronic, actually. Custom Valvetronic 3-inch exhausts. That was on the E39 with the makeshift X pipe that I made in like a couple videos ago. And then we had the back end, we'll call it cat back from here to the back, done by Custom Exhaust Shop here in Jersey. But yeah, pulled that part off. Now we're disconnecting the drive shaft and then moving to pulling the wiring harness and all that stuff to getting the engine out. But I don't know what time it is exactly, so I think we're gonna potentially revisit this, but we'll see. We'll keep wrenching for now though. I'll let you guys know. What's up guys? I think it's a week later. It's Monday. We are back. Not cleaning the shop today because we are still in the middle of a deep swap. As you can see, we just got the manifold off tonight of the 4.4, the intake manifold, because we were pulling off the wiring harness, as you can see, which is to the side here, slowly chipping away at all the pieces. Next thing we're gonna do is disconnect all the hoses and stuff in the back, to do the transmission, oil cooler, oil filter, disconnect those lines, and then get ready to pull it out. But basically just chipping away at it bit by bit, setting parts aside that we know we're gonna end up putting on this. But we do know this manifold is a lot nicer than the one that's on this. Flows a lot better. It's the same one as the M60 V40 manifold, so that should be a lot. That's the sauce if you guys know about the E39. So yeah, then obviously the main reason of pulling all of the parts off is to get the upper oil pan, the rear wheel drive swap. But here we are. This is where we're at. Just an update. As you can see, these are the remachined heads. Got the valves done. Springs and retainers are all done, so we're gonna be taking these heads off. So these are the heads that are probably gonna end up going on that after we look at the heads that are on this. I don't think that these got done at all, so these are probably gonna end up being better when on to put on the 4.6 block at the end of the day. So we'll see. We do have a head gasket, correct? Yeah, so we do have head gaskets if we do want to swap the heads. That's where we're at. I don't know. Did you do anything on your bike today? No. So yeah, that's all we had to do. Tomorrow we'll be back doing more work, and the next day, and the next day. No, we'll see. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay, back again. Tuesday, week 2, day 2 of the week, but week 2 of working on the BMW engine. I guess Josh turned the heater off so I can record. Gonna get this wiring harness set off to the side and then begin pulling out the motor. Basically, gonna see what we have still connected that we need to disconnect, and then get this thing out of here. But the goal is to get this out ASAP. Once we do that, we can start stripping it down and stripping this one down, swapping parts over. This is how we're looking. I'll show you guys what we look like in a few minutes, or well, a few hours or an hour. I don't know how long we're gonna be here.
A couple of songs.
What else? What did we get done? I guess the oil filter, a couple other things. Hold on. So we got the oil filter taken off, a few other things, trans mount. So right now the trans is being held up. Oh, you can't really see. Right now the trans is being held up by a jack and wood. I disconnected the master or the slave cylinder, as you can see there. Drive shaft bolts are removed. They're off to the side there. Drive shaft is up there. The guibo bolts are removed so the drive shaft can slide out. And then I took out up here in the car, the shifter bezel is out. The shifter itself is out. I think this piece just slides out. I'm not sure if I have to disconnect it from the transmission before or after we pull it out, but otherwise I will figure that out for tomorrow. But otherwise, yeah. She's almost there. Like I said, the trans is floating on that jack underneath, so we just have the motor mounts. We're gonna hook the headers on the side like that, and then pick it up from there. Basically, it's getting close. I think by the end of the week we should have this thing out, and we should be getting started on the 4.6 itself. So yeah, whew, Beamer work. This is the first full Beamer engine work I've done. I've done like mini stuff, but not like a full engine swap, so not too bad so far. People, I think they overhype it. It's just as complicated as any other car, in my opinion. I think if you've done it once, you've done it all. But that's just me. Everybody else has their opinion, is entitled to their own opinion, you know. But yeah, I'm out of here. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.